Hey everybody, Kyle Sasser here, and it's everyone's favorite time of month. That's right, market statistics time. These market statistics are for Hillsborough County for October 2021. So here we are, sitting in the midst of November here, getting pretty close to Thanksgiving. You might notice that I've put a coat on. There's a little bit of a chill in the air now, so definitely need to layer up a little bit here. But let's talk real estate market stats. Now, the thing to know with these statistics is that these are year over year. So we're not comparing month to month. And the reason why we do that is because there is a natural ebb and flow over the course of 12 months to the real estate cycle. Some months are naturally just fewer homes get sold in those months. It seems to be tied to the school year down here. But if you're watching this from up north, you'd probably be more familiar with, wintertime, where not a lot of people out and about looking at houses in the wintertime. So we compare year to year. So we are comparing October 2021 to October 2020. Now, the other thing you're probably asking is, if we're in the middle of November, why are we looking at October numbers? And the answer to that is it just takes a little bit of time for the local real estate board to get these numbers together, get them assembled in a beautiful report here, which you can download. By the way, there is a download link down below or on this page, so you can download this and go along with me. But it takes them a little bit of time to put the information together and get it into this beautiful report and into my hand. All right, let's dive into these numbers. So, total number of closed sales for single-family homes in Hillsborough County was down 4.2% for a total of 1,883. That's a little bit of a change because year over year we have been selling more, so we're actually selling fewer houses now. Paid in cash is up 72.1% to 568. The thing to know about those paid in cash is historically that was kind of an indicator of investment properties because usually those are paid with cash. Not saying that people don't pay cash for a house that they live in, but there's a certain level that it hangs at. But that number is significantly higher because the people that want to buy a house here have been leveraging their investments, their equities, retirement accounts, home line of equity, or just money they have socked away to put together the best offer possible. So that they could buy a house and move here. So that's why that number is had such an increase in the last 12 months. Median sales price is up 23.4% to $357,900. So thing to keep in mind with median and average, if you remember your mathematics classes. So average is where you take like 5 houses, you add the purchase price together, and then divide it by 5. That'll give you the average. And the median, what that is you would take, say, 10 or 15 houses, and the median is where there is the middle point, where there is an equal number of homes for sale for more as there is less. So it's kind of that midpoint. Average sales price is up 21.2% for a total of $435,959. One of the interesting things, and another trend change. So Hillsborough County has always been a little bit less expensive on average than Pinellas County. And in the last 6 months, that's something that's really started to change. So that's something I've been paying attention to. So Pinellas County, median sales price is $369,000. And in Hillsborough County, median sales price is $357,900. So that gap is definitely closed quite a bit. Median time to contract is down 30%. For 7 days, and that is fast. Normally is probably not the right word, but 3-4 years ago we were hanging around like 25, 27, 30 days on that. The total number of new listings is down 4% to 2,058. Now, this is where things get interesting. So because for the last few months there's been a little bit of a market shift in that we had a few more houses go up for sale than actually sold, meaning that it wasn't much, but technically we actually added to inventory. Now, this month in Hillsborough County, a little bit more significant. So last month was like 20 houses, whereas this month we put up 2,058 homes for sale, but we only sold 1,883, meaning that there was almost an extra 200 houses. Now, Pinellas County, a little bit different. Pinellas County, there was still like 20, 30-ish houses, which isn't a too big of a number. But in Hillsborough County, 200 out of a total of 1,800, that's a pretty good percentage. So I'm definitely going to be paying attention over the next few months to see if that trend continues or if it was just a one-time fluke that it was that strong, because that is a pretty major change. And then total number of inventory, though, is still down compared to last year, which is negative 29% for a total of 1,693. Now, I do like to dive into the different price points as well, just to see what's going on. Because, to be completely honest, a $700,000 house or a $1.3 million house is going to sell in a little bit different time frame than a $200,000 or $300,000 house. One of the main things that's been going on with these stats in the last, honestly, since the beginning of the year, is if you look at it on its surface, it looks like basically we have stopped making $250,000 and under houses, while magically like $300,000 and above houses have appeared out of nowhere. What has actually happened is that prices have moved so fast and increased so much in the last 6, 7, 8 months that houses that were like $250,000 have actually slid up into a new price bracket now. So the overall trend is that $300,000 and under, there's a lot fewer homes for sale. And then 300 above, there's a lot more for sale. But remember, it's the same house. It's just slid up into a different tax bracket. So let's go over some of these numbers real quick. So $250,000 to $300,000 is down 35.2% to $283. $200,000 to $250,000 is down 70.1% to $131. But then we hit that 300 mark, and $300,000 to $400,000 houses is up 59.5% for a total of 708, and $400,000 to $600,000 homes, they're up 52.7% for a total of 446. When we go to the number of new listings, that backs that up. So again, $300,000 and under, there's a lot fewer. $300,000 and higher, there's a lot more of them. So 150 to 200,000 number of new listings was down 55.7% for a total of 70. $200,000 to $250,000 was down 69% to 129. $250,000 to $300,000, there was 40.9% fewer homes listed at that price point for a total of 266. And then at 300,000, that flips. So 300,000 to 400,000 was up 59.1% for a total of 759. 400,000 to 600,000 was up 39.1% for a total of 502. The next little category here, total inventory by current list price, that's down. So there was 0 homes available under $50,000 in October. 50 to 100,000, there was 53.3% fewer for a total of 7. $200,000 to $250,000, there was 64.9% fewer for 102. $250,000 to $300,000, there was 53.4% fewer homes for sale. And then $300,000 to $400,000, there was 11.8% fewer for a total of 454. But remember, that percentage change is year over year. So compared to October 2021, which is when we did not have the huge price spike. The huge price spike was really like February, March, April, May, June of this year, of 2021. So 2020 numbers, a little deceptive here. So we are still lower inventory than 2020, but we have had more houses go up for sale than actually sold. And I'm suspecting that over the next 4 or 5 months, that trend is really going to solidify and start to show itself. So, I'll get the conclusion at the end here. So, last page here, this is the doom and gloom page. So this is going to be short sales, foreclosures, bank-owned properties. These numbers have been suppressed because we have had a moratorium in effect due to COVID, just foreclosures, short sales. Not as easy to get those done, and there was actually a blanket ban for a while. So these numbers are suppressed, but I like to go over them anyway, just to show we still have not had that massive flood of short sales and foreclosures, which people were expecting. I would think if that was going to happen, we should probably see that in next month's stats. But again, I haven't really been seeing a lot pop up on the MLS either. So, time will tell. So total number of foreclosures and bank-owned properties in Hillsborough County was down 90% for a total of 2. And the number of short sales was down 58.3% for a total of 5. So not a lot going on in the doom and gloom space. All right, so let's pack all that up a little bit into a nice little bundle here. So the trend of more inventory coming on the market is holding. It's slight. In the case of Hillsborough County, we've had more. In the case of Pinellas County, it's slight, but it is something. It's definitely some improvement so far as home inventory goes compared to the previous few years. Now, how long is that going to take to really have an impact on the market? The answer is it's going to be a while, barring other unforeseen catastrophic circumstances. It's going to take a long time for all that to build up. So it's not going to be any immediate change. If you've been considering selling your home, now's the time. Prices are definitely not accelerating hard. And if anything, it's so prices haven't really gone down that much. But what I've seen is that the only ones that are really getting that high amount of demand are ones that are fully renovated, like top of the line in a great neighborhood, which has always been the case. Like those have always been high demand properties. The difference was between February and June, July, was that even homes that maybe weren't in a great neighborhood or needed a good amounts of updating and work, those were also generating a large amount of demand just because we had so few houses for sale. Like we usually have like 2,000, 3,000 homes. And there was a stretch there where we were under 1,000 total homes for sale, which is bonkers. Meanwhile, the number of buyers has held steady. Recipe for prices shooting up. So immediate changes, probably not much. There's a little light at the end of the tunnel if you're a buyer, in that there should steadily be a few more homes available to choose from, which is good. And yeah, as always, I'm going to keep an eye on the stats that come out, and I will bring you that information as well. My name is Kyle Sasser. It's coming to you from Keller Williams St. Petersburg, located in downtown St. Pete. I do cover the entire Tampa Bay area. I have sold all the way north in Spring Hill, south to Sarasota, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Dunedin, Safety Harbor, Brandon, Plant City. I have lived, worked, or sold a house in basically almost every neighborhood in the Tampa Bay area. If you would like help buying a home, or if you have been thinking about selling your own house, maybe you're looking to relocate to another part of the area or out of state, or if it's a rental home and you think now's the time to cash in, I would love to help you out, answer any questions that you have. You can reach me at 727-300-2111. There's some additional contact information down below if you'd rather do email, or you can even send me a postcard. If you send me a postcard, I promise I would respond to you. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any comments or questions or anything, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And other than that, I'll talk to you soon.